ANOVA test. ANOVA test we are going to use when the samples are more than when these study groups are more. I would not say sample, I would say study groups are more. Because for each study group, you will have samples. Yeah, that is what I want to say. When the groups are more, groups, right? Population, groups, samples. So now you have learned three things. All the three are different. Clear? Now, when the groups are more than 2, then you are going to go for ANOVA. So shall we go to the slides show now? I will explain you how to do the ANOVA test. Before teaching you, I'm going to teach you one is the Excel method, how it is being done in Excel. How that is being done in even Minitab also, it has to be done only one way. Method is same, right? Result will be same and method also will be same. And in Excel, you can use any Excel. You have an Excel, then you can use it. It is not that you must have my Excel template, then only you can use it, right? I'm not going to give you any Excel template for that because it is unnecessary. And it is very difficult to make also. I have made only for 3 data, right? For 3 data, no, you will have to have data of hundreds, 500, 1,000. So that is better use only Excel directly. And not only that, you will be surprised that whatever templates I have given, you need not use that. You can use Excel in itself for all the types of hypothesis testing. All the testing can be done in Excel itself. I'm going to teach you in Excel the toughest method, that is ANOVA, and the rest you can do it yourself. You can also see the descriptive analysis. You just have a data. Data is number of numbers, 1,000 numbers, 2,000 numbers. And I have given a template for that to you to find out the average and sample standard deviation and population standard deviation. Yes or no? I have given a template to find out. You feed in the data, you will get average sample standard deviation and population standard deviation. Yes or no? Do you remember?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please discuss amongst yourself where you have given, where I have given, how to use that and all. And that can be obtained even in Excel sheet. So in fact, they will give you more than that also. They will also give you mode, median, and skewness and all these things also it will be given here. Probably that will be for you to study at a leisure time. Today, we are going to see ANOVA and thoroughly ANOVA. And one-way ANOVA, two-way ANOVA, I will show you what it is. And that also can be done in Excel itself. Once I teach you Excel one-way ANOVA, you know how to feed in the data and then use the same Excel sheet to do two-way ANOVA and two-way ANOVA with replication. All the things can be done in the Excel itself, right? That confidence I'm going to teach you that Excel only at last. Before that, how it is calculated, because it is a boring, no. So I will try to teach you in a short time that method. So you will try to understand. Even if you don't understand, it does not matter because that is what is going to do. Am I going to do forever? Are you going to do forever? No, you are not going to do even for once because it's going to be tedious. Okay, shall we go?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Because all of you have to have the boost now, no? All of you only if you say, yes, I can go ahead because I don't want somebody sleeping. Right. Do you see the screen? Do you see my screen?
Sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. What I will do is I will go for. Okay. Do you read the problem? Do you read the problem?
Yes, sir.
One second. I will go by this method. No, I will go by this here. Right. Yeah, can you tell me what is this slideshow from the current? Now, do you know we have done this problem? Yes or no yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Yes. What is the test you will use? Tell me. Don't say
Chi-square.
Huh? Yes?
Chi-square.
Chi-square test. Very good. That's all. This is only to trap you, whether you are awake or not. Very good. You are awake. Very good. Thank you very much. Now, here, we will not bother about it. We will not bother. Yes. What is the test that we are using for this? Purchases made by them, 250 card holders. So what is the test we'll be using?
Two proportion test.
No, 250 card holders. That advertisement is given promotion, not proportion, right? Purchases averages.
One sample T test.
Averages. Right. Total purchases made, number of card holders, you can find average. So sample mean 1, sample mean 2. Therefore, 2 sample mean. This is what I have done here yesterday. How to do it also I told. I given the template also, right? You keep changing the values. I given the data also. I'm giving the summary here. I given the data also. Okay. Does not matter. Slide, slip. It's okay. Right. Now, here is where this is chapters. This is exactly what we have done earlier. So 250 total. So average we have found out. So mu1, mu2. So we are doing 2 sample test. Now we are going to do this test. What is that? A financial services organization outsourced their back office operations to 3 different vendors. The contracts are up for renewal and the CEO wants to determine whether they should renew the contracts with all vendors. Vendor with the least transaction time will be preferred. CEO wants to evaluate whether to renew individual contracts or consolidate. CEO will renew individual contracts if the performance is similar. That is, we want to find out all are performing same way or some is inferior to some others, right? So the data is X variable is vendors, ABC. This is categorical data, discrete data, whereas Y variable is continuous data, numerical data. And number of variables are more than 2. Therefore, ANOVA test. And what is the null hypothesis? No difference in average. What is alternate hypothesis? Significant difference in average. Clear? Transaction times are equal, not equal here. Okay? Clear?
Yes,
At least a few of you unmute yourself and then keep saying yes.
Yes, sir.
No need to say sir, but at least yes, okay, go ahead. You can order me, please. Sample 1. So sample 1, sample 2, sample 3, we are going to find out the average transaction time. Are they same or not? Sir, you will say, sir, we know, sir, why should we do this no one all for this? No, you are going to have the data, thousands of data, and then you are going to find out, and there is going to be deviations, and then that deviations you are going to use here, whether the deviations are more or not. Therefore, that is why I say called analysis of variance, right? So we are using the deviation and then take a decision. So I'm going to give you a small problem. Vendor A, vendor B, vendor C. How many data are there given here? Can you tell me?
3.
Yeah, for each vendor, 3 data only. Normally what will happen is number of transactions. No, the previous problem, the transaction given is 120. See here, in this problem, the data obtained is 120 data for each A, B, C, right? Now I have taken for your, because CCTTT1 is by so many addition of 120 data by 250 data by 250. Now here he has given 120 data only I will consider, not 250. We will do that later, right? That I will teach you in Excel. Now for proving for telling you the method, I'm using only 3 data, right? Which vendor is to be selected for contract? With this data, we will see that problem, right? Sample 1 mean, sample 2 mean, sample 3 mean, more than 2 sample means. So suppose there are 5 samples, 5 sample means, right? 5 groups or 5 vendors. And I'm telling you this is, what is this color? Yeah, can anyone tell me? Golden color, brown color. This is, what is this? Violet. And this is, what is this? Anyway, what is this color? Red color. And this is black color. Now, suppose there is a significant difference as per this ANOVA test. Then which one you will prefer? Red one or black one or this violet or golden or brown? Now, that is determined by you want the transaction time to be less or more. Suppose you want to finish off every customer fast so that customer is happy. Then you will select which group, this group or this group. This salesman or this salesman? Black or red?
Black.
Black, very good. Suppose all the, you are trying to attract the customers. So you marketing, you are doing it. So the more you retain a customer while talking, right? The more you spend your time with him. That means there is every likely chance of his becoming a customer. So in this case, which transaction time will be better? More transaction time is better or less transaction time is better? More transaction time is better. In this case, which marketing man you will select? The red one or black one?
Red one.
Red one, that's all. So you do the ANOVA test and then decide on if they are equal, it doesn't matter, all are same, right? So more than 2 sample ANOVA. I am not going to say thank you. I'm going to continue this. Now we will see this here. Do you see this Excel sheet?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
One way ANOVA, I have taken A, B, C, and 3 marketing men or whatever you may call it, vendor, transaction time, I'm noting down. Only 3 I have noted down. Please note, keep the, whatever I told you in the beginning, that try to recollect that. How it is, average is collected, how the deviation is collected, how it is cheating us, why are we squaring it, what is the variance, how do we find out the standard deviation. All these things try to recollect. I'm just keeping you ready. I'm going to teach you now. So what is the total of this A, B, C? That is 7635. What is the total of B transaction? 6440. What is the total of this? 19037. So summation of data. Have you understood this step? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Right? I'm sorry to ask you, keep on asking you, SSR, please pardon me. I just want you to make sure that even the small things you don't forget. And average is nothing but 7635 by 3 because there are 3 data. Therefore, I divide by 3, I get 2545. Similarly, I'm getting for B as well as for C. So you got this average for the ABC also, right? That second step is over. Now, what is the null hypothesis? Everywhere that is the transaction time is equal. And alternate hypothesis, means are not equal. Transaction times are not equal. Average transaction times are not equal, right? Now, we have to make a decision. Fail to reject or reject the null hypothesis. What is the decision rule? P should be less than 0.05 to reject the null hypothesis. Should be greater than or equal to 0.05 for failing to reject the null hypothesis. Now, what I'm doing is now, step 3 is, I'm just putting these averages here in this way. That's all. Nothing else. I'm doing it. The averages for A, B, C, M. I'm trying to find out the overall average of this. So I'm just adding the 3, dividing by 3. Adding all the 3, dividing by the number of groups, 3. Therefore, X double bar, this is called average of means. Right? Clear? Understood? Now, once we get this, please see here, I'm going to take for each reading, take it as a mean value, and then find out the deviation from the average. Right? That is what I'm going to do here. See here, XA bar minus X double bar. You know what is XA bar? XA bar is 2545. What is the overall average? I know here we have found out 3679. So I'm just trying to find out here. Right? Similarly, I'm going to use it for this data. What is this data? What value I should take? Mean. What is this? You should take mean. So for each value, taking this data to be mean value, finding out the deviation, and finding out the square. You know why I'm squaring it? This is going to cheat me. Right? Therefore, I'm just going to find out for XB also, XC also, I'm going to find out this summation of the square for B, summation of the square, total summation of the squares between the samples. Total summation of the squares between the samples. Understood? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, within the sample. Now you know, hey, you have told me that all I have taken as average. No, but it is actually different, right? Therefore, I'm going to find out within the sample what is the deviation. Within the sample means what is that I should take? I should take the average of this. What is the average of this? 2545. Therefore, I find out the deviation of 1534 from 2545, 2955 from 2545, and 3146 from 2545. And similarly, I will do it for B and C. And that is what I have done here. X minus XA bar. That is, 1534 minus 2545 is minus 1011. And then 2955 minus 2545 is 410. And 73146 minus 72545 is 601. So this is what I have done. And xa minus x bar whole squared, you know it will be cheating, therefore squaring it, summing it. Similarly for B also I'm doing it. Similarly for C also I'm doing it. Now I'm showing it as a sum of squares within the samples. Within the samples. For each sample the average is different. So within the samples I found out. Now here, please see here. Between the samples, that is columns. Within the samples, that is rows, right? That is why I put it as SSC, SSR. Now, degree of freedom is, we are getting only 3 groups. Therefore, between the samples, 3 samples on sample groups only. Therefore, degree of freedom is C minus 1. Here, degree of freedom is C into R minus 3, that is 6, right? Okay. Therefore, degree of freedom, summation of square divided by degree of freedom is mean summation of squares. Right? So mean summation of squares between the samples, within the samples, I take the ratio, this divided by this is 11. So 11 into 14 is 11, 4, 44, 11 on 1, 154, plus these things if you multiply, yeah, I will do it here itself, y is equal to this divided by value is the F value. The ratio is 11.096. Clear? Understood? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Now for this 11.0, this is called F value. This is for F value. For this F value, find out the P value 009. The P value should be less than 0.05. It is less than 0.05. Therefore, reject the null. Understood?
Yeah.
So the whole method I have proved it. Now I'm going to do is, I'm going to do this small thing in this probably what you call in an Excel sheet. Control C. I will take a new Excel sheet. I will copy this data. Oh God. What I should do is I should paste values. That is why very important. I should take value, paste values. Please not always paste values in my template so that it will not give you any error. Now I'm going to take this data. Do you see this data here on the top? I'll make this bigger. I have to keep this. So once I click data, you will see this here data analysis. Right? If it is not coming, then you will have to go to the file option and tick this data analysis. It will come here. Right? So I have given a URL. If you want, I will teach you separately in a Tuesday class. Tell me, sir, I'm not having data analysis in my Excel. I will just teach you how to get it. It's very simple. Just 2 seconds. Now, what I'm going to do is once I click data, I get data analysis. I click data analysis. I'm going to get single factor, ANOVA single factor. I'm going to click OK. Once I click OK, I'm going to select this data. I'm going to select this data. Oh God, data I've selected is not correct. I have to select all the 3 data. No, sorry. You should have told me, sir, you have taken wrong data. Where is that? Only ANOVA result. Right. I'll stop this. Now what I will do is I'll cancel. I'll go here. This is the data I should take. So this is the data. Clear? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Understood? So you should have told me, sir, you are taking averages.
You have also selected total.
I have to select the data. If you want, I will select this also. But I am not going to use this thing. And I will put now Control C. Now I will take this Control Sheet 2. Now what I will do is here, what should I do? I should paste it. Am I right? Can I paste it? No, paste values. Paste values. Right. Now I'm going to go to data. I'm going to this data analysis. I'm going to go there and analyze ANOVA single factor. Please see here, ANOVA 2-factor with replication, ANOVA 2-factor without replication. These 2 things you can do it yourself or on a Tuesday class, or if you want me specifically, I will teach you on a Thursday class, this 2 also, right? And black belt, definitely you will have all these things. I'll say, okay. Now I'm going to select this data. I'm going to select this A, B, C, and this. What is this? Again, I made a mistake. Huh? Yeah, it is there. I'll reselect all the 3 data, right? So C2 to E5. Understood? Now I can say click this. It will go back. And then column grouped by column. Yes, it is grouped by column. And then labels are in the first row. ABC is there. And then output range, I want it in G1. I want it here. Right? So I will just put OK. Once I put this, click OK. See, you see this, I will increase the font size so that you will be able to see here. Right? See here, p-value is 0.01 and then this f value is 11.096. You saw this? Right?
Yes,
and then whatever I do, sum, averages, and then variance I have not calculated because it's too tedious. Why should I do it? And then between variables, sum of squares, degree of freedom, 2 and 6. Also you got it. Mean sum of squares, and then f value, and then total degree of freedom also is given here. Add it, you get 8 here. So you get the answer. If the p-value is low, what you will have to do is you just have to put reject the null. If p-value is more than 0.1, this thing. This is what I have done in sheet 1. Probably you can see here. This is what you are getting, 0.096 also. Now what we will do is, we will go to the problem. We will go to the problem. And the template which I am going to give you, I am going to show you. 1 second. I think stop sharing. 9:52. 1 second, sir. I'll just take you to the problem. Only Academy, VB Excel documents, hypothesis testing, and then one way ANOVA. One way ANOVA.
Sir, are you sharing anything?
Oh God, I did not share you. I'm sorry.
No, sir.
I'm sorry. 1 second. Yeah. You're getting it? So I'm going to yeah. So you see this here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
So transaction time, vendor A, vendor B, vendor C is there. And then there is another problem also here, lab data view. Here also here given here. What we will do is, this is the problem on laboratory 1, laboratory 2 reporting time. That is, once the person comes and then he is tested and the report is given to you, what is the time taken between the reporting time and the report preparation, report providing time, right? The date of joining for test, the date of report dispatched to the patient. That is the time here. So what we will do? We will do laboratory or we will do transaction time? Which problem?
Transaction time.
Transaction time. What we will do is, I will just delete this. I've deleted. So I'm going to go to data. I'm going to data analysis. So what is the time to select? I have to select ANOVA single factor. I have to say OK. And then I have to click here and then select the data. You just say Control Shift down and then Control C. Yeah, it is already come, right? So there is no need to Control C and all. It is already taken. Click here at the bottom. Then grouped by columns. Yes, it is grouped by columns. And then it is labels in the first row. Yes, I've included labels in the first row. So I click here. And then output range, I want it in G1. So I'll put G1. Where is G1? This is the G1. And then I click OK. And for you to, result has come. For you to visualize, I go and increase the font size. Right. Now you can see here, F value is 2.2 and P value is 0.10. Therefore, you reject the null. Right. Therefore, yes, you reject the null. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think I'll stop sharing. That completes